I would like to show you two very simple and efficient ways to save a lot of water. The first one is an example of a rainwater collector, and the other one is a system that you can easily use at home to collect the water that you use to shower and reuse that water to flush the toilet. Have you ever wondered how much water you use to flush the toilet in your entire life? Conventional toilets use 6 liters of fresh water per flush. If you flush once a day, you will be using 2,200 liters of fresh water to flush the toilet a year. By the time you're 80, you will have used 175,000 liters of water to flush the toilet. If you multiply that by the number of people who live in your community, in your town, in your city, the number starts getting huge. Here in Mexico City, there are more than 25 million people. Doctors recommend to drink 2 liters of water a day. However, the same day, you use 6 liters of water to flush the toilet. That means that you use triple the amount of water to flush the toilet than to satisfy your human needs. What I am proposing is to start using either rainwater or gray water from your shower to flush the toilet. That window we can see there is the window of the shower of the second floor, and right under the shower there's another bathroom down there. So we're going to collect the water from this shower and we're going to use that water to flush the toilet down there. So this is the gutter of my roof. The water comes down from here. This first part of the system is made with an old and broken container of water, just like this. So what I did was to cut this container on an angle, and I put an old mosquito net on top of it, as you can see. And what this does is that because there is trees on top of my roof, the water comes from the gutter, comes with dead leaves and twigs. What this filter does is that when the water comes down, the water goes through the net, but the leaves don't. The leaves slide down and slide off the filter. The second filter is inside of this container, and it's made with old stuffing from an old cushion. And what this does is this filters smaller stuff that goes through the net, but they cannot go through this. So that's the second filter. And then the water keeps going down, and the water fills up this other tank. What happens is that because the first water that comes from the gutter when it starts to rain is the dirtiest water, because it's the water that is washing out all the dust and dirt from the roof. That dirtiest water fills up this tank, and inside of this tank there is this empty soda container. What this container does is that as the level of the water goes up, because this thing floats, these things goes up as well, and eventually it hits its part. Because this part is not as wide as this part, this water container can't go any further up, and it stops the water from going down. By the time this container reaches this level, the water coming down the system is cleaner than the first water, and this bottle redirects the water through this pipe, and the water finally fills the tank up. This is the bottom of the water container. This is the outlet of it. So what I did was to put a valve here just in case I have to repair a leak or something one day. This side of the pipe goes straight to the garden, and it's attached to a hose so I can water the garden with the rainwater. And this side goes to the toilet tank. This is the same pipe coming down from the rainwater collector. I had to put this valve here because I joined the two systems together, the rainwater system and the gray water system. Whenever we're using either one of them, the other one has to be closed, otherwise the two kinds of water will mix. If the tank that holds the gray water is empty for some reason, all we have to do is to close this valve, and we open this other one, and now we're using the rainwater to flush the toilet. If you are using the gray water to flush the toilet, I recommend to use a filter, which is this. This filter you can find in any hardware store. And what this filter does is to help get rid of some of the soap from the shower. This is the gray water pipe. It goes through this base and then it connects with this tank. This tank holds 70 liters of water. This is the inlet of the tank, and this pipe goes straight through the wall. On the other side of this wall there is the shower where we're getting the gray water from, and when this tank is full and somebody wants to take a shower, this other outlet takes the water straight to the garden. So when the tank is full and somebody's taking a shower, we're also watering the plants. So here we are in the shower. This step is very easy. The idea is to glue a piece of plastic just like this to the original outlet of the shower. As you can see here, you need a special cement to do that. And once this piece of plastic is glued to the outlet, the water will not be able to go through. Now you have to drill a hole through the wall with a power tool, and then you have to stick a piece of PVC just like this through the wall, and then you need to put some sort of cement around the edges of the pipe so the water doesn't go in between the pipe and the wall. And now this pipe goes directly to the tank that is holding the gray water. Now this step is important. You need some sort of filter so the bad stuff doesn't get into the system. So in that way, the gray water that goes into the system doesn't have any hair in it. This is the pipe coming from the shower. So the gray water goes out, fills up this tank, and then whenever we flush the toilet, the water comes out of the tank, goes down the pipe, and the gray water keeps going down, goes through the final filter, keeps going down the pipe, and then this pipe goes through the wall and connects with the tank. This is the final step. Let me show you how to connect the entire water collection system to the toilet tank. 30 seconds ago we were on the other side of that window, and what I did was to drill a hole through the wall, and I connected the system with this pipe to the original freshwater pipe coming from here. This valve controls the freshwater flow, and it's closed right now and will probably be closed forever, because now what we do is we use this water coming from here. The water comes in and goes up because of the water pressure and fills up this tank. Let me show you the internal system of the tank. Right now it's full with shower water, as you can see from the soap. The soap doesn't affect the system. And now every time I flush the toilet, this water coming out from here is the same water that I used last night to take a shower. And now when the tank is full, this floater controls the water flow, and it stops the water from coming out when the tank is full. Seems pretty cool.